welcome back to another warm-up show with the hockey coach Guru Franchise directly for the beautiful Sunshine State in Florida. And we have to go all the way to the north to welcome the co-host, Mr. ENORTAP in the house tonight.
Hello, Coach. Hello, Hockey Nation.
Welcome back. Monday, May 23rd, 2022. Tonight, 2 more games on the schedule. We're going to go through those, all the information you need to know what could happen tonight, Mr. ENORTAP. And then after that, we're going to also talking about a little bit what happened on the last weekend, what kind of team can go through the round number 2 and go to the number 3, round 3. And we have a couple of surprise, couple of incidents. Lucic, Kadri, couple of injuries, Bennington, Girard, couple of signature, Giordano, Brennan Rust, a couple of shopping coach left and right. So a lot on the program today. We're going to try to go for everything we have to do about that one over there. We have already some people in the chat. We welcome everybody, of course, and we'll see happening tonight. And everybody asking me, what are you doing tonight? I'm doing the game, the Colorado Avalanche versus the St. Louis Blues at 9:30 tonight, Mr. ENORTAP. I have to go with, I believe, it's the game more excited at that moment. We wish the best for the Florida Panthers, but we'll see what happens. But we have Mr. Run with Kings, 1-8 directly from Utah in the house.
How's it going, Ron?
I love what Lucic did, a show goalie. To be fair, game when they leave the crease, I think so about that one there. In the next few minutes, Mr. Ron, we're going to talk about this. Miss Kelly, welcome back in the house.
Hi, Kelly. How's
And
it going?
buono nuote, Mr. Justin Cordero in the house. Famous Gato, he still believes to his Panthers, Mr. Cordero. Thanks so much for your part. And we have Mr. Corey Hill. Welcome aboard, directly from Ottawa.
How's it going, Corey?
And Mr. Francois Pitre is in the house tonight.
Hey, Francois. Welcome.
And Mr. ENORTAP, I don't know you know that, but we have already a super chat of the day. 699. Dawson Sport Corner Rivers. Super chat. Thank you so much, Mr. Dawson Sport Corner, for your super chat the first of the day, Mr. Dawson. Thanks to be a part of the show again tonight. We really appreciate everybody collaborate and they support the Hockey Nation show. Where we're growing, Mr. ENORTAP, we crossed the 4,600 subscribers on the weekend. We are on the road for get 400 more, maybe get the 5,000 before the end of the July 14-15, where is the end complete our season, and then we have to move on to the next one. We're going to be live until end of July, Mr. ENORTAP, and then after that, we're going to take a break for a couple of days, and then I'm going to be directly from Thailand, give you live, give you directly from the beach or from somewhere around the 36th floor, whatever I'm going to be, and I'm going to be all the way there and give you the best of the best of what's going to happening about that one over there. So we'll see what happened about this. Coach, I said that I'll go 17 last night, and so did another with a closer. Yeah, not good enough to win, Miss Kelly. 17, because the total it was, Mr. ENORTAP, how many?
I think 20.
15.
Was it? Oh, 15, okay.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't count.
4-1, 3-1, and 5-1.
That's right.
8, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Sounds good.
That's what Deloitte Smith told me today. May I just listening what they sent me an email, said, look, 15, that's Mr. Andrew and Run with King got it at 12. I said, all right, but Mr. ENORTAP got Saturday, I believe, with 7, with Kelly, maybe,
Something
no?
like that. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, 2 of you have I think Kelly got 1 Saturday night, I believe. I could be wrong. But we have Mr. Adam Berger, the swimmer and the moderator, and the teacher
Welcome,
of the
Adam.
Hockey Nation show. Welcome aboard, Mr. Adam. Francois said, I almost hope Cat win tonight, so we'll showcase game number 5. Francois, that would be great if we can get there Wednesday night. I'll be see about this. Justin said, I was hard on Coach Brunette, but the Panthers are on the players. Tampa Bay is almost doubling rebound, 11-16. That showed the effort. Yeah, that's the one about that one of them, Mr. Justin. The fact like they get the rebound, they block the shot. It's the details of the game, I think, overall. The Tampa Bay are a little bit better to the Panthers at that moment for that one over there.
The details are on the players, but the mental game has to come from the coach. He has to motivate his squad.
Honestly, yeah, I agree with you about that. But if I'm the coach right now, right, and before the season, the beginning of the playoff start, right, I will kick the door. I'm coming straight to the middle of the carpet. You cannot walk on the logo, first of all. So you go around, right? And then you look each one of them, and you tell them, you can create an history in NHL to become a dynasty. Nobody did it for over until 1980s. Nobody won 3 straight Stanley Cup. Detroit tried it. Pittsburgh tried it, and they never did it. We have an opportunity right now to become a team with 3 back-to-back champions like nobody did. That would be my mission of that one over there. I would be like, I would call the mission 3, right? And I will focusing on everything about that one over there. I will put 16W on the wall, and I will check each one of them at a time. And behind this, a big background with the number 3. And I put mission at the top. And every time when you get out the locker room, you look at that picture over there. And every time you talk to them, mission 3. I'm telling you, that's how you motivate the team. That's what they are right now on the mission about that one over there.
But Brunette's not doing that. That's my fear, and that's why we're seeing what we're seeing with Florida. Like, this team should not be faltering like they are, not with the talent that they have, Coach.
Oh yeah, definitely. I understand about that one over there. I was talking about Tampa Bay, by the way. So.
Yeah.
And we have Mr. Kilo in the house.
Hey, Kilo, how's it going?
Mr. Kilo come back strong with a 2-0 Friday night. Congratulations, Mr. Kilo. Francois Pitre, directly from the Shady Bar. Here we go. Awesome, Francois.
Slim Shady.
Mr. John Gregor, welcome back for the Boston Bruins. Is on the house.
Hey, John.
Kelly, the way you see that, yes, but you cannot be over the number. So everybody have 16 and up cannot get number 15. So we always go lower to the number and never, if you're over, it's like the Price is Right, honestly.
Right, exactly.
So that's what we took that rules from the Price is Right. And when you pet the 100, you out. And us is like you score over, you out. That's how it works. So
that's why Kelly, usually I'll pick a number and then Coach goes $1 more. In this case, 1 goal more.
Yeah, so I look about it. I'm always up, 1 up, always. I never go under. Coach, you're good. You could hire a Thai dance, a crew for your dance. We'll go to work on this when I will have a little bit more time, Francois, when I'm going to be over there. I start to Mr. ENORTAP, crab and car. Crab is for men and car is for women. So I start to learning about that one over there. Okay. I'm learning now 10 words and one word at a time. So, but yeah, crab and car. And we have to add this at the end of the anything you do because it's very nice, it's very polite, right? Like ma'am for the woman, right? So your car, at the end it's a car. For women and crab for men.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, like I have a lot of time to study Thai. Like I have nothing to do with Mr. ENORTAP. So, like, I don't know, but we'll see. Exactly. Adam said, ENORTAP, you thought on goalies leaving the crease, are they involved in the play and can then be checked into the board as a live player behind the net, referring to Smith?
Well, Adam, That's a good question. I mean, I've always been of the mind that if they leave the crease, they're fair play. But I think the NHL has kind of gone away from that, and they want to protect the goalies. As long as they're within the trapezoid that's behind the net, then they shouldn't be touched. And I don't think it was. I mean, do I believe Lucic tried to make contact? Yes. Do I believe he meant to try to injure him? Probably not, because he could have really belted him a lot harder into the boards if he wanted to. He did fall on top of him by the end, and I mean, he took his chances because Smith is not he's not a small boy. He's a big boy. He can handle himself if he has to, but what it does is unnerves the goalie, right? And it takes him out of that zone that he's in, and he was playing very well up until that point.
Yeah, to add this, first of all, you have one area behind the goal line, guys. If you watch the game, they have two line on the ice behind the goal line. So it's a territory where it's for the goaltender, and when you're there, you should never touch the goaltender. When you get out forward the crease, and if you go behind the goal line, but you have two line and you're outside of those area, you cannot stop the puck, and it's out to you after that. If you play the puck, if you get hit, you like become a player, everything like that. For me, like I said, he deserves a 2-minute cross-checking. I will not give him a boarding like the 5 minutes they gave to him, right? Because if you give a boarding, it's for me, you have to go all the way with your power of your body on the players like that. If you want to say a boarding, remember Ray Miller get killed by Milan Lucic and final in 2011. That's called a boarding. That's what everything is story. The Lucic and NHL suspension, everything start from that one over there. But for me, it's not a boarding. It's only a cross-checking. And of course, the end was there, right? But at the flip side, I don't see this like that. Then, like, where you suspend him for 2, 3, 4 games, I don't see that one over there. So not I don't know what's happening with the NHL today. I did not follow up about that one there. Kelly, I think is closest to the score without going over. Here we go. You got it. Ron, follow the rules. And Kelly, now she got it. And we're almost at the end of the year, Kelly. Smith is Manuel set up Lucic. Corey Hill, I like to see in Montanolas when it's like up. It will look good on Connor McDavid, who is going to the jail for Friday. Kelly, it's coming very soon. Blackhawks fan 97 is in the house. Nick, Kate, Hopper, and Joshua.
Hey, Blackhawks.
Go ahead. Okay.
No, it's just Angelo.
I will be watching my Gatos at the Dufry Sport Bar and North Miami, just in case I have to drain my problem away. You're almost close to me, Mr. Justin Caldero. I live there. I live right there beside the bar, Mr. Justin. I live in North Miami Beach. So you are about like you're my neighbor tonight. If you are drinking too much, don't forget to take Uber. But that's another subject. But Coach, we'll be doing show in between Thai message soon. We'll see. We'll see our name first. Matthew SLATER, supporter of the Hockey Nation Live Show. Welcome aboard.
Hi, Matthew.
And we have Mr. Jose Duarte in the house.
Jose, how's it going?
I think this should be fair play. If you leave the house, this on play, the party should be allowed to be hit as well. Any comments?
I think we kind of hit on it. I think as long as they're in that trapezoid, it's an attempt to try to protect the goalies to a certain degree. It's an initiative that the league went through, the NHL, number of years ago, and
they want to protect the goaltender. I understand that part of there, right?
Yeah.
The first thing the player should do is try to go around the goaltender. Don't try to hit him directly where he played the puck for sure, right? On that intention, for me, like I said, he literally tried to push him, but not the way to give him a 5 minutes for a charge and everything like that. So for me, that's the point behind that. You give him a 2 minute, but The reason they do that, they want to defuse. They had no scrum after that, and everything comes down after the game, and that'll be the purpose about that one over there. If you want to do something like that, what I was thinking is you give him a 2-minute, all right, for cross-checking, a 2-minute roughing. You have a scrum after that, and give him a 10-minute, and then he's out and over for the game. You have no problem on the safety player, A-ring, everything like that. And I think that would be the purpose about that one. When they review him, he gave me a 5-minute. Wow, that's a big one for me. Well, first day back to work, it was good. My voice is gone, but thanks for asking. How are you doing? Don't start giving Bennington ID. He will never get out of the crease is opening. But a very trustful second. Several Panthers player was out party at the Sir Cloud till 3 o'clock a.m. on the night at the middle of the green. Back-to-back breaking news.
3 a.m. They went home early.
I don't know. Richard Mullen in the house.
Hey, Richard. How's it going?
Here we go. So, the best record Friday, guys. Eagle Frank and Brendan W with 2-0. We have Coach Kelly in our top. Yamo, Danny, John F. Pre, I. Mullen, B. Ox, and Pierre Martin, and everybody else have 1-1, and we have someone that was 0-2. But it's time, Mr. Notap, to go right here. Okay, it's time to show to you the leaderboard after last Friday. That's where we at that moment. Mr. Notap is Yamo still up at the top of the leaderboard with 30-16, following by you at 29-17, and I follow behind. I'm the squeezer of this. I'm the underdog of that race. I'm going to show up at the right time. I'm 28-18, and also we gave also a 10 to Mr. Andy Cleveland. Whatever is a little bit behind with less game, you have a differential of 10, Mr. Notap. So that's the leaderboard of that one over there. And the one you don't want, nobody wants to see, but we have to show because that's the Monday. Mr. Notap, the Monday, what we do, we show the jail time leaderboard. And that time is running by 2 people. Richard Mullen just show up in the show. And she was here at the beginning of the show. Miss Kelly, both of them are 4. We have a few people. We have a lot of people at 1. And few of them following by Kilo, Jose Duarte. And we have Andrew and Ron with Kings and Joseph. Where we lost Joseph, I don't know what's going on with him. All at 3, I think he's scared now. He said, I don't want to get a digital more. Don't want my name at the back of the shirt. So he said, I'm not going to show up for the rest of the playoff. And we have a few people also at 2, Noner and Yamo. And then your rest is at 1. Any comments you want to mention, Mr. Notap, about that little jail time?
It's quite an award. That's all I'm going to say.
Here we go. So maybe the time, Mr. Notap, to bring everybody here, where is the time for celebrate the ones going to be on the jail. First of all, today, we decide to go back with the Kelly County Jail because that one, you have the internet and you have also the cable. On the Richard Mullen County Jail, we don't have all those facilities and they can request when you have not many people go there. And unfortunately, Mr. Notap, it's not unfortunately, we have to go with the, I'm sorry about that, we're going to give the name out, the Ladybug today, because we don't have a lot of people. What are you talking about, Coach? I'm talking about it's time to give you the name of the person who's going to be there for the next 24 hours. Yes, he is back in the jail by himself right now, but it's not the first time. You know what's going on. So Roger Nooner and also Mr. DANY is going to pick him up and bring him, Mr. ENORTAP, at the jail, and we'll see what's happening. But it's time to get your luggage, Mr. Jose. Put this on the patio. Wait for you, Uber. Ladybug Hockey National Show going to pick you up right there for you. And that's happening, Mr. ENORTAP.
Here he comes for Jose.
Any comments?
I think he'll enjoy his night there. At least
I think so. I think he's going to enjoy that one over there. You know, to be in the part of the Kelly County Jail, I think that's the right thing for him, and I think he's going to love it at the end of the day. So we wish him a great 24 hours. We're going to see who's going to be back tomorrow, and we can go from there after that. So, but that's happening, Mr. ENORTAP. So no party bus for the week for tonight. The party bus is stationary right now at home, and see happening about that one over there. And then I don't know what happening, Mr. Nota, but I want to bring this to you. Kelly, she was in charge this weekend to driving the bus, everything like that, because there's the one right there, and it looked like she took the ladybug at some point. And I don't know what happening, Mr. Nota, but Jesus, I think she went somewhere. I did not know. Maybe she was trying to find where was Blackhawks 97, but she came back with this car. I said, what the heck is going on? And she found this Kelly driving this during the weekend, Mr. Nota. It looked like it's again the storm you got. It's a stormy hockey nation like show, Mr. Nota, driving, and she get out with this one. I don't know anything you want to mention about this, but we want to thank also Yamo for that. But Kelly, she have a really tough time driving this car during the weekend.
Yeah, she put it through that storm that we had this weekend. That's for sure, with some trees uprooted, and it looks like she was looking for a Chesterkin.
Yeah, she was trying for less again. I knew you had something behind that. I knew she was not get there easily. So I just want to mention to you. So, that's happening during the show, Mr. ENORTAP. We have a lot of things going on, everything on that. So let's see what happened. We're going to remove everything and come back where we're supposed to be. And then we're going to go the next couple of minutes. We're going to talk about this game, the two games a little bit later. We have a few people in the chat. And Blackhawks said, thank God, not me. It was scary because he got 0-2 on the. And then also, Mr. Notab, and at the bottom, we gave also the result of the weekend, where a few people like me have 3-1. Some of you have 2-2 and 1-3. So that's happening, Mr. ENORTAP, about this one over there. Francois, Panthers player probably have seen some documentary on Montreal 70s. They see to go like them, go to the Sud Club and get drunk the night before about that one there. I don't know, honestly, but it would be interesting to follow about that one over there and try to get my name on the jail building. Ron, we said about that one over there. Well, at least your team was on the playoff. And Jose said, thanks, coach. You're welcome, Jose. Just be ready. And you're going to set up everything on that. Mr. ENORTAP, before we go back here, any comments you want to mention about the weekend? We're going to have about like 7-8 minutes before we go there.
Well, if we take them series by series here, coach, again, I'm a little bit shocked, I'll be honest with you, with the Florida series. I thought that Tampa Bay, even though they're executing better, and Vasilevsky's now risen to his usual form, I thought that Florida would respond. I fear that maybe that second game that should have gone to overtime, and they lost with about 3 seconds, 2 seconds, whatever it was, because of that mental breakdown. It really mentally took them out of their zone. I did not like the game on Sunday, that 5-1 game. They finally scored on the power play, but that's a small consolation. They did have a number of opportunities to continue scoring there. What can you say about some of the veterans there? Like, here's Corey Perry scoring his 5th goal. Stamkos came in and got a couple of goals to finish them off. And right now, I just don't see the life in Florida to defeat Tampa Bay. I don't know if you want to add something to that. For me, the biggest surprise was the way Andrew Burnett reacted after the game. He just didn't have any emotion. He kind of reminded me a little bit of Ducharme when he did his press conferences. And those are the kind of things that your players, they look at you. They take on the character and the identity of the coach, right? And they're just, it's not there. I just see a huge hole.
Yep, absolutely right about that. First of all, please don't forget to click on the likes. That'd be great. Disappointment is honestly the Florida Panthers. The way it is right now, 3-0 for sure. The surprise for me, I'll be honest with you, is the Evander Kane and the Edmonton Oilers. The way they play right now, they are like another over everybody else. The unbelievable take the way they did, hat trick for Evander Kane. I really love the Colorado series. The 5-2 Saturday night don't show exactly. It was 3-2, Mr. UNORTAP. I like the way Colorado shut down the Blues at the third period. They don't give a lot of opportunities, and they controlling really a little bit what Tampa Bay does usually about this. So I really like the fact Colorado did it, so that gives them another way to win those games, and that's what's happening usually in that one. The Carolina Rangers, it could be 3-0, 2-1 Rangers, and because it's too tight. It's 2-1, it's 2-0, and it's 2-1, a 3-1 last game. It's nothing over 4 goals right now, and I think you have to give credit for both teams. It's another series to follow. Every time that, I still believe Carolina have a little bit more at the New York Rangers, but I'm looking for 6 series, 6 game, 7 game. That's what I'm looking for every time. Like, I'm out now with my team, so I'm not looking like, I don't know, this is not a big deal, but I would love better. Like, the reason what I'm talking about earlier, why you don't do Florida, is because I want to go a little bit, the series is going to be a little bit deeper. And it's a big game for the Blues tonight, Mr. UNORTAP. Because they lose tonight, the Blues, it could be over quicker where we thought. And whatever we see, McDavid is unbelievable right now. He's on the another planet right now. I think the Colorado have also that kind of the ingredient inside of them side over there. But the Blues are not done yet. They are not going to give up this part over there. I think it will be a really tight game tonight. And but I feel like Colorado, they knows if they win tonight, this could be very quicker as everybody think. So I think they'll go to get another, press the citron more tonight, like we never saw tonight before the season, before the playoff. But would be interesting to see that. We have a few people, Mr. Nader. At least you want to add something for the weekend. We talk about Lucic, we talk about Kadri, we talk about everything. Unfortunately for Girard, broken sternum, out the playoff. It's really sad to see that. We don't want anybody get hurt and get out of the series. Sad for Binnington about that. The only thing we would maybe bring to you guys, what you think about Brendan Ross, Giordano contract, and also Barry Trotz look like it's going to be Winnipeg Jet, for what I heard this morning at the show. And the vacancy at Dallas Star.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know, Coach. To me, I look at the Kadri situation, just to tackle a couple of the points that you made. I really didn't see anything wrong with that. It wasn't as blatant as the Lucic hit was on Binnington. I thought, if anything, it was the defender that fell on Binnington and brought Kadri in with him. It didn't look like it was intentional to me at all. It's unfortunate that, if you've been following the news, there, apparently during his press conference there, Binnington threw a water bottle at him, and Kadri's been he's been reduced to police help right now, because there's been a lot of racist comments that have been raised as well, and that's not really fair to the player. It's unfortunate that sometimes we take a game and we turn it into something like this, but it does create the drama in the series for sure.
Yeah, definitely about that one over there. Would be interesting how they're going to respond. We have a few people in the house can show up. Mr. Alexandre Meilleur, welcome aboard. Deathstroke Music, welcome back. And Joey G is, whoops, sorry about that. Let's get ready to rumble. But welcome back in the house, all three together.
Welcome, guys.
Alexandre said he went to my hometown where I was born in Shawinigan. I crossed down to go to Latsuk. Wow, Latsuk. A long time I did not hear from that one over there. My dad He was a part-time driver sometime at the truck, and he was driving me from Shawinigan to Latsuk the Saturday morning. And that's another subject. But Latsuk, a long time I did not hear this word about that. We heard Mr. ENORTAP. Jose Duarte said, a coach, I think Toronto will be cleaning house. Kelly sent me a text, and some people sent me a text about the fact they maybe relate Gibson, Alabak, and, you know what I mean, like, I don't know, but what do you think about that subject, about that one over there? Do you see Alabak with Toronto?
No, I don't see that happening. I think Barry Trotz, if he does end up in Winnipeg, realizes that he has one of the top goalies in the league. What he has to do is manage his time a little bit better. You cannot keep putting him in, 65 plus games a year, because that's what happened this year. It got to a point where he was totally exhausted, and you could tell his numbers just took a nosedive. Gibson, I could probably see something happening, but I do suspect, just to answer the question, I do suspect, since Shanahan did keep Dubas is on his final year before his contract expires. So pretty much this is his year to prove that they can take the next step, at the very least win a couple rounds in the playoffs. So he's not going to go back. He's not going to return in October with the exact same team. He can't. I think that there will be a blockbuster trade. Again, this is my opinion, and it'll bring in some grittier players. Don't be surprised if the team that they deal with will be Philadelphia. There's a couple players there that they can go after, and at the same time get rid of maybe Mrazek with Nylander. Might take a couple of picks as well, but it would be nice to have somebody like an Atkinson come to Toronto. That's the kind of player you need on that second, third line that is gritty and can play well in the playoffs and knows how to hit and check. But that kind of thing will happen, I think.
Why not to trade Nylander, Marzen, Jason Old?
Yes.
Kerfoot?
Perhaps.
Flowers? Ron Ellis? Cam Atkinson?
Yeah. And maybe even Lawton?
That's what I was thinking also. But, you know what I mean? So I think that would be a package deal very good. They cover the right defenseman on that one over there. They are sending cover Giordano and Raleigh on the left side over there. You put out Justin Old. You have also Ron Ellis, could be number 1, number 2 over there, very solid.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, Lipushkin in the back behind that one there. You bring a really good, solid PK player also with Marner on the. You bring some forechecker right there. You bring some aggressivity forechecker. I think that would be something if I was the lead to looking about that. That's not fix the goaltender, but that would give them a good setup properly right there.
It gives them the money at least to maybe perhaps sign Campbell, and that'll be big. And this is it's a huge year for the Leafs, coach, because after this year, I believe it's after this upcoming year, that Matthews is a free agent. So if they get kicked out of the first round again, I don't know if he stays.
Yeah, that's another subject about that one over there, but I still believe they will stay until Marner stay, like the out duo. They built with Huberdeau and Barkov. That's the click. That's who they are, and we turn that. So it'll be interesting about that for sure. Renaud asked, should the league suspend the Flame player who make the fund of Evander Kane financially problem? Talk about Matthew Tkachuk. No, Renaud. It's just part of the cheaply between that. Now, if it was talking racist or something like that, you have to be careful. But otherwise, I don't see that's a problem on my part. I can still have a good year scoring wise. Who won the trade for Voracek? I think both did well, Renaud. I think Voracek bring a lot for Laney and Columbus. and Atkinson bring a lot on the Flyers. Unfortunately, the team did not do well, but I think that would be something to go a little bit more deeper about that one over there. It looked like we did a round, but don't forget, guys, everybody, we have 29 people, only 22 likes. Take your time to click on the likes, and until we don't have 25, we don't do a prediction, Mr. Untitled.
Okay. Sounds
we
good
can talk about the subject about this. We'll go to wait for Renaud with all these questions so we can talk about those questions. But that's what we have, Mr. Untitled. 2 games on the program. We have 30 people, 23 likes. We still at differential of 7 right now. Someone did not click on the likes right now. I don't know who you are, but please, 24. Maybe we'll go to get a little bit quicker because RJ Calabro is in the house.
Hey, RJ, how are you?
Before we wait for the number 25, we missed Mr. I apologize. I missed that one over there for Corey Hill. I already asked you about Kevin Fiala at Ottawa Senator, but I want to hear Mr. ENORTAP, see what you think about Kevin Fiala to Ottawa Senator. 31 for 24. Some of you did not click on the likes. 26. Corey,
hey,
too late. Too late, Corey. We're going to go. We have to go now for prediction.
Oh, I don't know if it'll happen, Corey. I mean, it would be great for Ottawa, but I think Minnesota's going to make every possible effort to try to sign him. I still think the Giroux to Ottawa is the more viable option here for them.
And like I said, you want to get him. I have no problem with that. But I want to you give me your first round pick, number 6, right now.
They're not gonna sacrifice what they've.
All right. Or if you don't want to give me this, give me Tim Sussler, give me John Norris, or give me Drew Patterson, or give me Jake Sanderson.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's time to go because we have 27 and 27. When will Matthews come back home to Phoenix? When the building will be ready, Monsieur Matt.
His house will be bigger than their arena.
Yeah, possible also about that. Here we go, Mr. ENORTAP. It's time for your prediction of the night. And we still have 15 minutes, so we have a lot of time for sure. That's no problem.
Sure, no problem. Okay, let's take our first game of the night, Florida and Tampa Bay. The Lightning can return to the Eastern Conference Finals for a 3rd straight season with a victory against the Panthers tonight in Game 4 of the series. I never thought I'd be saying that, but here we are. They took a 3-0 series lead with that 5-1 win on Sunday night, or Sunday afternoon, actually. The 3rd straight game that in which they limited Florida, one of the most potent offenses in the league, to 1 goal. Tampa Bay defense has been anchored really by goalie and Vasilevsky, who has not only held the Panthers to 1 goal in each of the first 3 games, but he also limited the Leafs to a single score in a 2-1 win in Game 7 of their first round series. So we're starting to see him coming into fine form, as I mentioned before. And when that happens, you have to get on top of Tampa. You have to score the first goal and just dictate the play to them, because if you fall behind on Tampa, they are masters at closing it down. You will not get very many opportunities, as so far Florida and previously Toronto have found out. In addition to Vasilevsky, we were mentioning it before, guys like Kucherov have really stepped up, Corey Perry, and keep in mind they're doing all of this without Point there right now, so that's amazing results for them. Kucherov led the Lightning in scoring the past 2 postseasons, and he had a goal and 3 assists in Game 3 to give him 2 goals and 5 assists in this series so far, and he has a team-leading 15 points in 10 games so far in the postseason. Perry has a goal in each of his first 3 games of the series to give him 50 playoff goals in his 17-year NHL career. Perry scored the first goal in games 2 and 3, giving him 13 to start a playoff game in his NHL career, which is second among active players behind only Sidney Crosby, who has 16. Perry's early goal have put the Panthers in a very difficult situation. Once the Panthers have been falling behind, you can tell that they're clutching onto their sticks a little bit too hard. They're not getting timely rebounds. They're even on the power play, they're not executing very well at all. It seems like they're taking that extra second to think about things, and therefore the defense and also Vasilevsky are able to adjust to the situation a lot easier. We talk about Barkov and Huberdeau. They've been relatively quiet. I know they have, I think, 5 points in 9 games or something to that effect. But it's hard to operate when your top players are not scoring, and we saw that with the Toronto series as well. So I'm going to take Tampa Bay to finish off the series in 4 straight, and they're going to do it by a score of 4-2, maybe into an empty net. 4-2 and 4-2, so we got the same. Okay.
You got it?
Alrighty. And then that brings us to St. Louis and Colorado. The Blues and the Avalanche will have to work through their major injury concerns as their second round playoff series continues tonight. The Avalanche lead the best of 7 series 2-1 right now after winning 5-2 on Saturday. Colorado, they lost defenseman Samuel Girard for the rest of the playoffs because of a broken sternum. He suffered the injury on a big hit into the boards by Barbashev early in the first period. Then the Blues lost Jordan Binnington, as we've been talking about, to a knee injury suffered when both Calle Rosen and Nazem Kadri crashed into him. The Blues at the time led 1-0, and it seemed that when Binnington exited, they were sort of deflated, and Colorado really took over at that point. Binnington was 4-1 with a 172 goals against average and a 949 save percentage in 6 playoff games. So those aren't easy numbers to replace. I know that Husso has had a good year, but there was a reason why he started the first round series and then was yanked at the hands of Binnington. They called up Charlie Lindgren to back up Husso for tonight. Hopefully they don't have to go that far, and that Husso can sort of hold them in there. Now, the big difference I find between Binnington and Husso, besides the experience element, is the fact that Binnington is like a third defenseman out there for St. Louis. He's able to retrieve some of the pucks, make those quick passes to the wings to their defensemen, and the puck is quickly out of there. That's not Husso's style. As a matter of fact, he doesn't handle the puck as anywhere near the same capacity as Binnington. So the defensemen are going to have to actually do a little bit more skating. They're going to have to go behind the net, retrieve a lot more pucks. Can Colorado bring a heavier element to their game where they punish the defensemen once they're back there? We'll wait and see. But that's something that's going to slow down St. Louis's offense, I believe. Berube said that the Blues have to rally behind Husso at this point, rather than go out there and seek vengeance on what happened with Kadri. So we'll see if he's true to his word. I think it'll be a very chippy. It already has been, but it'll intensify a little bit more. It'll be a very chippy affair the rest of the way. If Colorado wins tonight, I think it's over. If St. Louis wins tonight, I think this could still have the potential of going 7 games. I'm going to take just based on the fact that they're at home and they're a little bit more intensified right now. I'm going to take St. Louis to win this one 4-3. Okay.
That's what we got. Pierre-Martin McKinnon. What's your total today?
13.
13. That was my number. I will go with 14.
Of course.
Blackhawks go with 11. About that, Corey Hill, Nick Paul, thank you. Frank, I think Palat looking for 5 years, 7 years more to reach Toronto, send the big 4. About that, Jose Duarte, 11. And he said McKinnon. I think we didn't get Kelly yet. She will give it to us a little bit later. Mr. Untitled, a funny weekend. I was a great weekend. And then the last night we got, it is what it is. I need to find my players right there. Here we go. The buzz right there. I believe it's 142, 136.
Yes, that's correct. So for tonight, I will take Tampa Bay. And defenseman, I'll take Makar and Hedman. And then I'll take Kucherov, Rantanen, and why not Kyrou?
I stay with Colorado again tonight. I believe Kucherov, he needs Stamkos. And for some reason, I go with the secondary players play on the unit number 2 on power play. Pick up because you picked number 1. So, and then that's how I did it.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? They talk a lot about Palat right now. Francois said possible the Palat sign for less a stay in Tampa Bay.
Would not be surprised. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised he's saying about 6 years. He's still he's not young, Palat.
I think he's 28.
Oh no, he's 31.
Oh, he's 31. Wow.
I think so. Okay. I don't know. I have to look again, but yeah, 31.
Wow. Okay.
So a 7-year contract, Renault at 31, I gave him at 38.
Too much.
I don't see that. 5 years.
4 or 5 years, yeah.
5 years of $6 million max. And I would try to get him maybe stay around in Tampa Bay for $25 million or 5.5 below at $27 million. 5 years. That would be my pick about that one there. 40 game playoff goal for Palat, maybe 12 cup at the Hill is caliber. Probably almost 40 is only 10 more playoff goal que Palat. Palat is 31, but is a physical specimen, François. Oh yeah, I agree with you about that. Definitely, François and Mr. Untitled, if Palat go on the road. If you go on the market, free agent, right. You are free, he's going to get more money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think
I would not be surprised about that one over there. And we have Mr. Dave Zucker in the house. Don't forget to click on the lights.
Hey, Dave, how's it going?
We did not talk about the Rangers game, honestly. We talk about everybody else, so maybe finish with that one over there. What do you think about the Rangers so far? What's your next expectation for them?
Well, I think the entire team goes through one player in my eyes, and we saw it again on Saturday. 44 saves. Shesterkin, there's a reason why he's nominated for the Vezina, and he's also one of the top candidates. At least he was for the Hart Trophy as well. Um, if he brings it, it's hard. It's going to be hard for them to lose. If he has difficulties, then it's a different story. I like the fact that guys like Zibanejad have woken up and have started to contribute. So the Rangers, they could possibly take Carolina to 7. I think Carolina still, for me, has to prove that they can win on the road. That's my only concern. The good thing for Carolina is once they get Anderson back, that could be an extra push for them because I know Ranta has played well, but if you get a healthy and well rested Anderson coming in for the last 2 series of the Stanley Cup playoffs, Carolina will be hard to stop, given their depth.
If I ask you, maybe the people in the chat, because we're going to do this so many times, if you said ask you 4 teams going to go round number 3, which team is going to go there?
I think Colorado and Calgary in the West. In the East, Tampa Bay and Carolina.
You still believe Calgary can come back and beat Edmonton?
I think so. I just think they have a little bit more depth. And that series has been, the end of the spectrum for them. Like they're either playing extremely well, like they did in Game 1, where it looked like they were going to roll Edmonton out of the arena, and then the last game it was the opposite. It looked like Edmonton was just skating rings around Calgary. I just got to believe that Sutter is going to get this team going again. The problem is here's the only caveat. It's Markstrom. I'm getting a little bit concerned right now. If you notice, a lot of the goals are high up to the net. He's falling to his knees very quickly, and it's giving the Edmonton players those top corners, and they've got too many skilled players to miss, and that's my only fear for Calgary. But we'll see.
Definitely more McDavid.
Yeah, McDavid's
maybe the one over there is maybe more fear about him over there. It's going to be interesting how they go to respond. Like, one series, I'm not sure this one. Calgary and Moncton, I don't know really. Like, I feel Carolina long term is going to be Rangers. I believe Tampa Bay is go through that. I still believe Colorado can go this and 5 if they win tonight.
Definitely.
But that series, Edmonton, Calgary, I'm concerned about Calgary. They don't score a lot of goals. Like, take off the 9th goal, right? The game of 9, they struggle. The bottom have need more offensively. They don't are all there. That's my biggest concern. One of the concerns with that. Max Strom is not always. And again, I always said that series is going to be all depend Mike Smith.
Yeah,
Mike Smith is the one can carry on Edmonton or not. But look what he looked like the last. The goal of Calgary was like, I don't know what he was trying to do. It's like it was completely at the bottom. It's like a PlayStation my goalie when I play PlayStation. But that's a subject about that one over there. Calgary is in danger. But don't worry. We take care about this blackout. We send Noners on the weekend. And now we have Noner and DANY right now as a bodyguard. So we'll be fine. They follow him everywhere. They stay outside the door at the hotel and right away jump in the bus. They have their own car. We just show the car he's driving. They follow the bus all the way. He get out. Roger is right there with DANY. Follow Kadri to the locker room. Still over there inside. And when they go dress up, he go around the door. And they all looking around in the stadium if something could happen. And then they go together until he take the plane. Then they go follow him in Colorado. Then they'll go be back home after that. So we put Kelly right now in charge about the Ladybug for the night, Mr. ENORTAP. Roger is on mission right now with DANY. Any comments you want to add about that?
You sure you want to leave Kelly the Herbie the Love Bug again?
We'll give her a chance. We're going to see about that one over there. Renaud finished the show with a question. Was the Edmonton Ice on good shape last night? Which state was the best of the 4 remaining team?
Which state?
Which team, I believe he said, which state has the best ice of the 4 remaining team?
Good question. I would say I think Colorado.
Yeah.
Colorado probably has the best.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel Uso will do some magic save tonight, Francois Pitt said. Possible. And Corey said, Kadri for Ottawa Senator, rumor, or what Ottawa. They are, like, he's a UFA, Corey, so Kadri, Giroux are all related about that one. Oh, there, Coach, I don't want to go to jail with Kelly. She's going to kill me. Don't worry about that one over there. That's the reason she put you under Kelly County Jail about that one over there. So that's happening, Mr. UNORTAP. Thank you so much, Mr. UNORTAP. It was another Monday of the warm-up show. We complete. We're going to be here all week at 6 o'clock p.m. To follow up everything. Some night 2 games, some night 1 game. Will be all the week. I think the last game 7 is Sunday. And then we're going to jump round 3 next week, Mr. UNORTAP. So it'll be interesting. We're going to talk about more different subject. One, we have only 1 game to talk about for sure. But we want to remind everybody tonight, have an amazing, great night. Enjoy your game. Coach, what you do? 9:30 tonight, we'll go on the West Coast late game. We're going to follow the Colorado Avalanche versus the St. Louis Blues. I can't wait to see each one of you. But you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Yes, everybody, you have greatness inside of you. Thank you so much for your support again to be show up at the game at the warm-up show tonight. Mr. UNORTAP, always a pleasure to have you on board with a co-host. And we wish you an amazing, great night, Mr. UNORTAP. Can't wait to see you a little bit later. Until then, of course, be well, be healthy. Find a way not only dominate your day, find a way to dominate what, Mr. UNORTAP and RJ?
Your 2022.
Here we go. Have an amazing, great night. Ciao.
Good night, everyone. Good night, Coach.
Have a good night, Jose. François Pitre, Corey Hill, Dave Zucker, Renaud, not a problem, Blackhawks 97, Alexandre Meilleur. We have earlier Corey Hill, François Pitt, Pierre Martin. Thank you so much, Pierre Martin. We didn't say you welcome. We apologize. John Gregor, Richard Mullen, Ron with Kings 20, Kilo, Brendan Weatherman. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you, Dave.